I'm Liz Palka, live in the newsroom. We are following some breaking news. David Gordon, a Virginia Beach American contractor, has been released from an Afghan jail. He's been held there since Wednesday, Afghanistan time. On the line, we have Jim O'Brien from Tamerlane Global Services. Jim, you're the CEO, the president of the company. You know Gordon well. Can you tell us about this developing news?
Yes, just recently, within the last 10 minutes, in fact, we found out that David Gordon was released from the jail. He was brought to the U.S. Embassy. We do not know what his medical condition is yet. We're still waiting for him to get into the embassy. We understand that the Afghans decided to release him because they heard of intensifying U.S. media pressure and the engagement of Congressman Ridgel, and that just apparently scared them.
Yeah, can you tell us a little bit of the role that Congressman Ridgel played in this? I know you said you had to contact him after trying to contact the embassy and the State Department, and you didn't hear as much from them, so you went to Ridgel.
That's correct. Yes, we were trying to get the embassy to get engaged. Initially, the embassy, for lack of a better term, essentially blew us off. When we heard of David getting attacked, we reached out to Congressman Ridgel, also Congressman Wolf in Northern Virginia, and both men and their staffs really kicked into high gear. Congressman Ridgel's letter yesterday, I think, gave us the most traction, and especially having sign-off from Congressman Wolf and Congressman Duncan Hunter as well, I think really shook things up.
Right, and we've been following this story all morning on Wavy TV 10. Can you just tell us a little bit about what Gordon's role was in Afghanistan? I know he's a contractor for your company. That's
right. David is a diesel mechanic. His job is mostly to do project management installations in fuel tanks. Specifically, he's working on a project to stop the theft of fuel in Afghanistan.
All right, and Tamerlane is based in Reston, but you also have an office in Virginia Beach, which is where Gordon lives with his family. Have you been in touch with his family? I mean, you all must be so grateful right now.
The very first call was to his wife, and after she finished crying, just happy to hear that he's home.
Great.
Well, he'll be home soon.
And do we know what's happening next?
Right now, what's going to happen is we've got him in the embassy. We will ensure that he has his passport. Apparently, the Afghans took his passports from him. We don't know where those are yet. We don't know if he received his credentials back. We'll get him an emergency passport. We're going to then bring him to a flight and get him out of the country as quickly as possible.
Great. And I know you told us last night in an interview that you'll have a car waiting for him at the airport. We are certainly glad to hear this news. Again, David Gordon, an American contractor. He lives here in Virginia Beach. He has now been released from a jail in Afghanistan where he was being illegally held since Wednesday morning. We're going to continue following this developing news. Jim O'Brien from Tamerlane Global Services, thank you so much. We'll be checking back in with you a little bit later. For now, I'm Liz Palka, live in the newsroom, 10 on your side.